introduction.
Oh my God.
Okay, I'd like to give Rene an introduction.
Yeah, he's cute, right here.
I want to sit next to Rene and harass him because of the last poetry reading, Rene had me laughing very disrespectfully through the whole thing, so now I can harass him during his reading.
The man's a legend.
Wow.
It's your name.
A legend of harassment. Okay, the last time I read here, yes, very ill, and I'm hoping to pass it on to someone worthy. That got rid of her. The last time I read here, it was a benefit, and it had a theme, which was Hollywood. And I had written in 79, 80 a Hollywood poem, which I was going to read. So I'm up on the dais, how do you say it, here, and look down, and there's these cats with these two little boys, and these tiny kids, you know, are looking up at me like that with their big eyes. And I realized that the poem is so dirty at times that, you know, I couldn't read it for the kids, so I read something else. This is the poem. It's not dirty, but it's from the what? Is someone trying to help me? No, tell me about Hollywood, baby. From the point of view of Lana Turner, and she's the one who actually said the screwing I was getting wasn't worth the screwing I was getting. And so this is a totally autobiographical poem, but written from the point of view of Lana Turner. It's called The Death of Johnny Stompanato. Give me a coffee, milk, no sugar to go. The night is black as a limousine. The streets are as wet as a drunk's kiss, and my mouth's as dry as a martini. 9 p.m. Good morning, Hollywood. Was my name in the papers today? Take me home, Joe. The long way. You think I'm no good. No, of course you don't. You're safe if you don't fuck me right. Relax, that was a joke. You think I did it. No, I didn't say anything. I hate my life. What movie was that from? I wanted to die for months, but didn't pick up the option. Hate can give you life. I hated him so much. His threats cheered me on. Each time he fucked me, I hated him more. He got smaller and smaller as my hate grew. He crawled on my famous body. I paid for it. When you pay for a man, he becomes the woman. He called me old, and I was paying for it. Brother, the screwing I was getting wasn't worth the screwing I was getting. The papers call him a gangster. Are all men in dark suits gangsters? He was no gangster. He was a whore. I need a drink. Oh, sure, he beat me regular. And I paid for it. When you're rich, you pay for everything. When you fuck a star, you're an extra. And I never let him forget it, the pussy. I loved to make an asshole of him and became addicted to his humiliation. The lower I could make him crawl, the taller I stood. Of course, he understood none of this. He thought it was his possessive Latin blood. It wouldn't occur to him that every time he hit me, he became more of a woman. I paid for each slap. All men in dark suits are gangsters. As a starlet, I was frightened of grown men. They all look like gangsters. Who else goes to nightclubs? I learned that they would do anything for my tits. But all the men that you meet in this town are gangsters, or fairies. The brass at MGM, gangsters of movies. The industrialists, gangsters of industry. The restaurateur, cocktail gangsters. The society boys, gangsters of family, and all the gangsters I fucked. Grown men became little girls to me, sucking on my white tits that come drooling from my famous pink hole. I learned to love danger. And as I got older, even greater danger. And as the men got younger and less powerful, I would make them gangsters. I bought him the suit and the gun for my protection. The only protection I needed was from him. I'm only 36. In this racket, that reads 136. Wrinkles don't really show up on film, but the makeup girl treats you like the mummy's mother. We'll need more work today. And then they light you like a cracked jar. They give you Beulah Bondi's rejects to read, and when you get home exhausted and only want to drink, a pill, and pajamas, because you have to be back there at 6. The gigolo calls you an old fart because you don't want to go to Ciro's. So you submit to that mild form of boxing called love. Then, happy he's earned his keep, he picks your pocket, drives off in your blonde Lincoln, and you pass out. There's only one definite thing about movies when you have a tight shooting schedule. They'll keep you up. They'll make you cry. They'll beat you. They'll leave you. But they won't leave you alone. And you get to the studio with a headache, looking like who did it and ran. You ask them to light the jewelry, the props, anything but your face. We need more work today, and tomorrow, and the next day, and then the reviews come out. No more just a beauty. This performance was dazzling, mature, and with an unexpected depth of character. I wasn't being paid for depth, or character, or maturity. I was supposed to be beautiful. I want to drink. I don't know what happened. I was young, then I was old. I was paid for, then I paid. Everything seems like it happened yesterday, or so long ago, and I can hear all the whispering, and it really distracts me. Or so long ago, it happened to someone else. I've been called a bad woman. I don't know. I was in a bad business where people whisper while you're reading your poetry, and you hear it on stage, and it is really annoying. And I don't know. I was young to die, but so was he. He died in a movie star's white bedroom. That's better than the gutter. And I matured, as they say. I think it was him or me. I may have been part of a tragedy, but I'm not sure if the tragedy was his death or my life, or just the story around us, or if I'm capable of... What's the use? It was so long ago. Now we'll never know what happened. Maybe I did it. Maybe you did it, Johnny.